It's very hard to attack into a Protoss. The small path you're never going to attack through against Pylon Overcharge. And it is very, very hard to kill a Protoss player on this map if they're playing defensively. And then they could get up to a maxed out super strong army that Zerg will struggle to deal with. It is not impossible to win on this map, but it's challenging.
Okay then, well, tell you what, let's get in and have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bottom right-hand side of New Gettysburg. We're playing for Team IOC, which I assume means the International Olympic Committee.
Iron Chain.
Yes. That's not nearly as fun. It's Alluton.
And on the bottom left, playing for DWI, it is Malcolm.
Which, according to their clan logo, floating above his hatch, says, deal with it. So, the scout comes out super early. This almost feels like it's... Oh, no. Actually, this would be a perfect opportunity to fake a cannon rush. Like, just, you know, put something down there that that makes the Zerg go, oh crap, and pull drones, and then just cancel it later.
Well, I'm just being messaged. Apparently my microphone is too loud on stream.
Okay, I can turn that down.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Make me a little bit quieter on Discord.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that is the perfect problem to have, because like the turning things down is a lot easier than turning it up.
Yeah, it's surprising. Like normally when I co-cast, they're all like, "You're too quiet, turn them up." But now, the other way around. No idea. Maybe I've just got more passion today. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so walling off the natural. Again, this is one of the problems of this place is that it's a very wide wall.
Actually, if you look at the Zerg play, he's taking his natural up a third base. I presume there was a pylon block, or there's because there's a pesky prober on there. Or maybe he was afraid of the cannon rush, who knows. But has a deplaced sectatory, so I'd expect him to go for... What do you do from this one? Do you go for a quick third hatchery, so you have your hatcheries all combined, or do you go for like lots of units to defend your spread out bases?
I would say go for the third hatch. I mean, like, there you go. He's got an incentive to do it because he needs to be able to get units between them faster. And there's like, if you're going to be making queens to get the creep spread anyway, you might as well make the third while you've got the money. Like, he can't make queens any faster.
Alluton has gone for a Stargate, and Malcolm has scouted it almost immediately. So he's very aware of everything that's going on. For the Protoss and a Stargate opener, he could probably say that's coming without scouting his opponent at all. The only thing that tells him is that he's...
scout.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of vision. Like, he's seen the Stargate building, he's got overlords everywhere, except for in the main base. There's nothing there except like 2 gas gathers to scout. But what it does tell him is that he's going for like a standard macro game. He's not going like 8-gate adept or something, or DT rush. So that's something. But for now, he's just seeing what you see like every game in this matchup.
And the thing is, he knows that there's gas in the main because there's a Stargate down and it's making a Phoenix, but there's no gas in the map, so he knows there's at least 2 gases up. The thing is, right now we're seeing Lings coming in, and there's a decent chunk of them.
Yeah, but they're not going to break through. The 2 adepts can easily hold that off. And there's a Mothership Core overcharged, so he's safe. Yeah. And also, look at that wall. That's a pretty nice wall. Yeah. It's completely tied. There's no gap. It's completely tied. It has only one 400 hit point building in it, and a Zealot. So that's a near perfect wall.
Well, the Ling actually didn't get... I think the Ling intended to get up there secretly and unseen, but unfortunately the probe, as it went out, saw that happening and therefore went, send the reinforcements.
Yeah, maybe the Ling was like trying to kill the probe from pulling the Nexus.
Yep. Well, the thing is, if the Ling had been able to get there undetected, he'd been able to prevent the Nexus going down just by existing. But at the moment he cannot, and the Phoenix is now floating around the map. The annoying thing is, right now, like, it is still not beyond the realms of possibility that the Protoss will get themselves some sentries and fake some Phoenixes. So when you're looking at the Phoenixes, like one Phoenix going across the map, it's like, is that real? That could be real. Or it could be fake, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he's seen the Stargate, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't like use hallucinations to scout like 4.5 minutes into the game. And
Oh, I would.
I wonder how many Phoenixes is he gonna commit to. So he's got 3 and 2 more queued up, so it's 5. I mean, normally you go for like
Oh, wow.
5 or 6, but he could also go for like more commitment.
Zerg
So
either feels very safe or very vulnerable because they've just made 15 drones, which to me either says, yes, I feel perfectly safe, or, oh my god, he's going to kill all of my drones, I better make more of them now.
I think you can feel fairly safe if you're going up against Stargate, because Phoenixes are not the most amazing pushing units. Like they cost, I believe, 150 or 100, and they're not the most amazing fighting units you could get for that cost. They're like almost the cost of an Immortal. So
Yeah.
the idea behind Phoenix play is like deny map vision by killing overlords, harassing everywhere, combing it with adepts, and with some adepts going through the middle path right now. So that's exactly that.
There's not going to be enough units to stop this.
Yeah, I mean there's enough in production, but those, yeah, now we have
Ooh, okay, with the full
barely
squad.
enough links. It's actually a perfect amount of links. It's just enough links to deal with all the adepts.
And the Hydra's turning up shortly will hopefully finish the job.
Yeah, I mean the adepts are in an awesome position. The adepts are in an awesome position now. They're not, they're choked up now.
And the Hydras take horrifying damage from the adepts. Like, they are light units and therefore they take extra
And
damage.
from the Phoenixes as well. Like, everything is anti-Hydra here. So I think he should have made a... I think he was a bit overconfident that his Zerglings would have fought off all the adepts. Should have made another round of Zerglings.
I mean, the adepts in the main there. Oh, okay, bit of damage going in on the Phoenixes, bit more damage going in on the Phoenixes. I think that's a hold for Zerg. I mean, right now,
Yeah. But
he's behind in workers.
Only shield damage. Yeah, so Malcolm taking a little bit more damage from this than he needed to. And Alluton already dominating in the early game. So this map is working very, very well for him. I mean, I'm expecting quite a close series out of this one, but I do think he's going to take New Gettysburg.
Well, it is a good map for him. The thing is, Malcolm's pushing out with an army that I don't think can actually do anything, and I don't know that he knows that or not, because there's a whole bunch of zealots there. Have we got onward? Charge isn't done yet, but it will be soon. So maybe he can get into the worker line and stay there. Problem is, Lings are fickle. Like, as soon as something comes up that's more tasty, more fighty than the workers, they'll just get aggroed off. We're seeing
Finally,
Ling
enough
Hydra
Hydras
versus...
in place. So he's gonna take a Phoenix. That was a good trade for him, the Hydra for Phoenix. But
The problem
if
is,
Malcolm
I
wants
feel like...
to have,
Sorry, go on.
if Malcolm wants to have any chance of winning this game without a huge mistake from the Protoss, he needs to like catch the Phoenixes off guard, which is technically a huge mistake from the Protoss. But or just move command the Hydras below them and then attack move and get like 5 or 6 of them down, and then he's gonna be in a good spot to win the game. But right now he's a Zerg player and down in supply.
The thing is that right there is really hard to do because the Phoenixes have to not be watching you do it. I mean, you can't walk faster than Phoenixes can fly. You just can't. Like, they have 5.95 speed. The Hydras on creep have 4.7 or so. So if the Phoenixes are paying any attention at all, you can't catch them. In fact, I think they're like one of the fastest units in the game.
Oh, he's lifted lava by accident. He's gonna lose a Phoenix for it.
And the Phoenix is getting air blocked.
The air blockers are so dirty. What? Here's some Ling Rumble going in. Unfortunately, there's some militia core with some just for fun overcharging, and the Lings are not gonna get anything done. Maybe if he like distracted the army, he could manage to nice cancel. He could catch the Phoenixes, but this is gonna be very hard for the Zerg player to win. He doesn't have bending speed, it's not done yet, and his opponent already has Storm, and you know you're in a bad situation when you have no lurkers, no bending speed, and your opponent has both Storm and a lot of Immortals, and charge lots.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There they go. Storm's not doing
This
an awful
is-
lot at this stage. Some
Yeah,
damage.
I'm feeling like this might be a little bit of an overcommitment from the Protoss. He has no need to end the game right now, and I think... Oh, good control from the Protoss though. Nice storms, morphing to Archons, but I still feel like this fight was not too amazing for the Protoss.
No, that was
Now
really
look
bad
at that Immortal micro, moving back the Immortals at the back. And actually the fight went a lot better than I thought it would. I thought it would get crushed, but some very sick storms and just overall very good micro. And he's able to take the engagement. And now
have to
he's
admit,
even
I
on
was
ground
expecting-
and has a...
I was expecting Zoke to lose that one so hard, but he didn't. Oh, Dead Queen is dead though because no spores.
Yeah. And I believe he still has a lot of Phoenixes. I'm only seeing 4. Yeah, he lost like more than half of his Phoenixes. How did that one happen? Did you see where the Phoenixes went? I mean, they weren't part of the engagement. Did they like fly
Yeah.
over Hydra somewhere?
No, they're still there. I don't know how many he's lost, but
Well, he was at like 8 or 10, and he's now at 4, so he's lost
so he
at
must
least
have
half
flown
of
them over
them.
Hydras. Oh, incoming Lings doing damage in the worker line, but actually they're getting tanked onto his zealots, so
Yeah, 3
doing any
probes of
damage
this
on
amount
them.
of links is not really what he needs in the situation. I mean, from the Zerg point of view, 70 supply down, I'm really struggling to see how he could go and win this one. Like, maybe if he goes and forces a base trade or something, or if he catches all the Templars with a bunch of Banelings,
No.
or if he
Even
does
if
a Ling run by that kills all the economy, but that's asking for a lot, each one of these opportunities.
that's asking for a base trade. I don't know. I mean, like, if he had some lurkers down, maybe, but the Valen's... Oh, Valen's actually going in a terrible place, actually. They're going up the... They're mostly splashing on one unit.
Yeah,
Storms are
storms
real.
are fascinating this one. And Alluton is gonna take the game.
That's game 1. Yep. Let's change the score. Boop. There it is. So, map number 2 is King Sejong Station.
Interesting, someone has been able to win 4-1 in the round of 32. Not quite sure how
4-1.
that one happened. Master Noodle has beaten Shadow Seeker 4-1.
I think basically they just played all 5 maps, I guess. Actually, it's not quite as impressive as Damrud. Because Damrud and Dystopia actually both won with the same score. Your party lead, by the way, so you have to make the new map.
Yeah,
But yeah.
99-0. That's the
99-0.
Wargore one. I also won 99-0 because opponent didn't turn up. King Terran Station next. Unfortunately, we don't have a town here.
Nope, it's a ZVP. Apparently we had a prime number of viewers for a second there.
Nice, almost 30 viewers. That's not bad. So, but most of the overall favorites of this tournament have already been knocked out. I think the only favorites, or the people that were considered favorites at the start that are still in, are Fighting Frog and Alluton.
Huh. Okay, both players are ready. Let's go.
Let's go! King Sejong Station, the perfect map for some cheese.
Okay. What kind of cheese do you reckon?
The possibilities are endless. If I was a Protoss, I would go like 7 or 8 gate adept, probably 7 gate adept into DT with War Prism.
Seems legit.
Very Protoss thing to do.
Right. Well, we're in game number 2, so let's do the thing that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bottom right-hand side of King Sejong Station. Playing for Iron Chains, it is Alluton.
And his opponent, down 1-0 from DWI, It is the red Zerg Malcolm.
Sway.
Actually,
Very
what
nice
does
in English.
DWI stand for? I looked it up at some point, but I forgot again.
Sorry, DWI stands for deal with it, as it says on the logo.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
How did I not see that logo?
it is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, the vivid
So,
glasses.
hatch gas pool or trip hatch gas pool?
Well, this is not the map where I would recommend going super greedy. So,
Okay, it
yeah.
looks like, yep, hatch gas pool standard.
And the Luton also going for standard. Actually, I'm thinking the Luton. Ah, double gateway. So last time he went for gateway 7 score, now he's going for double gateway. So he's planning to put in some pressure or be extra safe. I think
I
there's
feel
a
like-
hole on the wall to the right. I think that's where the zealot will go.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm actually expecting double adept to come out.
Yeah.
It's something I've seen
possible.
before. Like, just get double adept and just send them across the map to do harassment and keep your opponent busy for a while.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
very good strategy against Terran, and why would it not work against a Zerg? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not gonna have Zergling speed up, so these adepts could get some, a couple drone kills, a couple Zergling kills.
Okay. Yep, there's the double adept. Well, second gas can be down for Protoss, so he definitely wants to put some kind of tech down. At some point, though, he's going to need to put that natural down, because if he's not putting a natural down, why is all this stuff in the nat? Much better to wall off the main if you're going to stay there. Okay, so the double queen's coming down to the nat to try and save some stuff. Again, it's one of those times where it would be really nice if there was a single creep tumor just connecting the nat with the main. Because right now, if the queens have to go back to the main again, they're going to take forever.
And I might have to, because there's a proxy Stargate. Did someone say cheese?
Wait, what?
And this is like the best proxy location.
You know what? This is the second strangest building I've seen here. The strangest building I've ever seen here was a dark shrine. Like exactly where the Stargate is.
Yeah.
And there's, like,
Evolution
bases on all
Chamber is
sides, but, like-
actually... Evolution Chamber is actually not gonna see it. I think it might see it when it's completed. But
Which
it
means he
doesn't
might
have
have
the
it-
vision now.
He might be able to. He might get it in time then. Maybe.
I don't think
Oh, there's
you...
already
I
a
don't
spore.
think...
Oh no, it doesn't see it, but it doesn't matter. There's a spore in the main anyway.
Yeah, he's not gonna get completely... And double queen in the natural, so he's not gonna get completely wrong. Triple overlord morph, where's this? In the main? What?
Main.
Triple lord morph in the main?
If he
This
has
is
overlord speed. Yeah.
Oh, he's
that a
moving all
queen
his
pickup?
queens away. Oh, this could be bad.
Well, he'll lose most of the workers in the natural. But the thing is, there's a spore crawler shooting
Nope.
down that oracle right now.
No spawn on the
What's the
natural yet. But I think
Not
it might
yet.
get up before the second oracle hits. And this
Or
is
in
a
fact, before the first
scary
oracle.
drop.
Yeah, I'm fascinated that he's put the
Oh,
queens
these
into this.
adepts. These adepts, they just used their shade. Okay, they're in a decent position,
Oh,
but they're hugely outnumbered. So I think one of them's gonna get away. No, two of them. But
Thing is, they're
what
gonna
are
drop
two
into the
adepts
natural.
against 3 queens and 1,000 lings?
The thing
And
is, the
no
three queens
mothership
there,
core.
like- Oh no! No mana core.
He's-
no.
He skipped the mothership core for the Stargate.
Oh, that's super unfortunate.
Yeah, and I mean, worker kills are nice, but this is over.
Yeah.
Malcolm
the thing,
taken
though.
one back.
That's the thing, though. Like, because the queens were there, there's no point bringing. Like, if the queens hadn't been there, maybe he could have brought the oracles back and used the massive damage from the oracles to just zap the lings and have done with it. But there were 3 queens there, which is enough to delay and probably kill. But actually, no. The first oracle took a lot of damage. So it was entirely possible he could just have killed both of those oracles with the 3 queens. Especially because I think they'd have had some transfuses available. So yeah, That was really nicely done, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. Like, I'm not aware of any... I know people have done things like ferrying their queens around, but I've never seen that rush to carry the queens out.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this from True against Terran recently. Right, both players are ready. We're ready to go. 1-1.
Okay. Let's see. So, I'm just trying to look at the brackets, and I'm having trouble finding... There we go. We're actually getting a lot more people in the round of 16 now. Lieutenant Dan and Mr. T are still fighting it out to see who faces Dapper. But Vader SC2 and Master Noodle and Zode and Foxtacon are already through, and we'll be looking at them shortly. But now, however...
Yeah,
what else
I'm
is
surprised
there?
I'm actually surprised that Foxtacon had a forfeit win over Essie, because Essie has been literally there like all the time during during bracket stage, during group stage, and now when it comes to playoffs, he's suddenly disappeared. That's very unfortunate.
Unfortunate. I'll tell you what, let's get into this game and see what happens in game number 3 in this series, because now tied 1-1 in the top left-hand side. Playing for Iron Chain, it is Alluton.
And on the bottom right, dealing with it, it is Malcolm.
Oh, I see what you did there. I like it.
Nice meme. So, Frozen Temple, what are your thoughts? Frozen Temple, ZVP.
I honestly don't know what to think here. I mean, like, it feels like it's relatively easy to wall off, so we shouldn't see any massive rushes, like just ling rushes. But beyond that, I don't know. It feels like because we've seen the Protoss player's standard play beaten by a random thing from his opponent. I don't know.
I'm just looking at what the Protoss is doing with his gas. So he shook his gas, then not saturated it for like 20 seconds. So I thought like, maybe he's forgotten it. But then he sent one worker into it and started rallying into it. So there seems to be a very weird planned out build order. So that always makes me think it's some kind of push. And on the map, I hear the programmers, like the top GMs, saying that in the mid game it's quite hard to play as Protoss because you're spread out with your bases and you can get out multitasked and positioned with a lurker using Zerg player very, very easily. So maybe the Protoss player is gonna go for some kind of a push, Adept all in, Blinkstalk all in. But he's going for a Stargate again. Maybe it's Adept Phoenix all in, who knows?
Okay. Well, we're seeing, again, we're seeing that sort of, that strat that happens when you block the natural. They take a third.
Yep. Well, I mean, if he's going for an Adept, that might actually, or some huge Stargate play, a Void Ray. Interesting. I mean, if he was going for like a huge Stargate play, and the Queens are in the main and the third, and they can't get from base to base because the natural was taken so late, that could actually be quite important. But a Void Ray now, I mean, this is going to be great at killing Overlords. It's like better than a Phoenix at that. But why is he going for a Void Ray? I don't quite understand this. Maybe a safety against a Roach all-in? Potentially.
The thing is, I mean, if you're going to do that, if you think there's going to be a Roach all-in, then you scout with an Adept. You know, you go and you look for the Roach War and you go and look for the Roaches. Making a Void Ray when you don't need one, it seems... Okay, he's not just making one, he's making several. The thing is, he's not going to be able to keep this a secret. He's not going to be able to keep it. In fact, Malcolm may even already know.
Yeah, he knows.
He's certainly going to know now.
He's seen the Stargate making a Void Ray, and I think he's also seen the Void Ray itself. Yeah. So, I mean, I could support one Void Ray as a decision for clearing Overlords. I've seen that from time to time. But getting 2 Void Rays, I'm not sure what his plan is, yeah? I mean, maybe in 2 minutes we'll go like, aha! When he comes up with some calculated push and a 3rd Void Ray. So,
I mean,
at
don't
least
get me
he
wrong.
knows what he's doing.
Void Rays are good against Overlords because they're armored, but I don't know. It feels like
Also reasonably fast, but I'm not sure, because the meta is not Roach play in this not even Roach Ravager play. The meta is like Ling, Bane, Hydra, and all 3 of them are decent against Void Rays, yeah? Lings and Banings do not care too much about Void Rays, and Hydras do deal very efficiently with Void Rays.
bearing in mind that one of the big things about Void Rays is they need to get the extra damage, so they need really to be deployed against armored targets. I mean, they get an extra 4 damage on top of 6 just for being against armored. Not even the extra added damage, because that actually adds, what, another 6? So
Yeah,
that
they deal
nearly
6
doubles the base damage.
6 damage against normal, and when it's activated, 16 damage against armor. So I mean, I guess he's just going in there and abusing the Zerg player by going ham on the Overlords. But there's 3 queens here. Actually, 3 queens is not enough to deal with this. But he does have a transfuser, yeah.
Yeah, and he's chasing them away, he's going to get one.
And the queen range is very, very good.
Yeah.
Terran tiers here. And a 2nd Stargate. So this is looking like a Void Ray style play, like pure Void Ray. I've tried this. Yeah, I've tried this and it hasn't worked. It's like the Naniva Heart of the Swarm style, where you go like Void Ray, High Templar, and like I've tried it when I was off racing, and it didn't go well for me in either of the games I played. And
right now,
I mean,
he's pitting his ability to make Void Rays against his opponent's ability to make queens at the same time. You know, like maybe with the zealots helping out, he'll be able to kill the queens, but he just won't be able to do this.
If you consider transfuses, a queen is about as good as a Void Ray in that fight, and a queen costs less than half of a Void Ray. So Ling run by coming in, but I think it will be deflected quite easily. 1 overcharge should be enough.
Yep.
The Lynx are scared away.
The thing is, Zerg's on a 4th base now, and Zerg actually having got his gas together, getting his muscular augments upgrade for the Hydras. He hasn't made any Hydras yet, but, you know, there they go. 7 of them being made at once. The thing is, we're seeing a commitment to non-charge based Zealots and upgrades for the Void Rays. And I really don't think it's worth it, because apart from anything else, the Zerg's getting upgrades at the same rate. He's going to be able to mass-produce Hydras. I mean, like, it isn't even going to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the idea of the +1 for the Void Rays, because it makes such a huge difference from 6 to 7 damage. It's not like you're getting the Stalker from 14 to 15, yeah? This is quite a high percentage difference for the Void Rays, because they attack so fast. But yeah, I mean, I've tried this with Adepts, which is what he's gonna try now, like shading onto the Hydras and trying to deal with it that way. And I've tried it with Charge Lots, charging onto whatever your opponent has. But I've just not found the Void Ray style to be working. I mean, it would be very cool if it works. And if he gets to late game with this, then he's gonna add on Tempest, and at that point he's getting like a super free win. But for now, I don't think this is too amazing. Maybe if he force fields off the Hydras on the ramp.
Army supply currently favoring Malcolm by a decent chunk, and the fact that he's got so many Void Rays and Sentries and like versus this many Hydras.
Force fields. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The force fields on the ramp, and this that's a good play for Alluton. And
the problem is he's just lost 5 Hydras, and it's replacing them with 13 more, which are just about to have +1 as well. And because there's no defensive upgrades for the Protoss, he's going to start melting.
Yeah, but Adepts are tanky. And you can't focus Void Rays too well, because they do have the same range as Hydras. So...
Oh yeah, they have less range than Queens, don't they?
Yeah, Queens have more range than... The only thing that has more range than Queens is like Vikings and Tempest and Siege Tanks. But against air, that's just like Tempest and Vikings. So... Yeah, I mean, there's a large amount of sentries in there, No Observer, unfortunately, because he doesn't have Robo. And no Oracle, so he can't clear the creep. But he has, say, like 6 Frost Fields left. Now like
all of them
1.
right there.
Yeah, that was all his Force Fields, but he got a good chunk of units. But actually he has some more, I think he has like 3, 4 more.
This whole Protoss army is dead if it doesn't run like hell right now.
It needs to run. I mean, he does have a high amount of adepts below this, but it's not enough to deal with this army. And he has Hydra speed. And no Mothership Core. He needed to bring a Mothership Core with this. I mean, it's always, do you bring a Mothership Core and risk not having the overcharges for runway? Or do you risk not having the recall? And not having the recall is gonna make him lose around 15 supply here. Now he is taking good engagement, a very good engagement against the Hydras actually. And I still don't think it's gonna be enough. He's losing so many Void Rays before the Adept reinforcements are coming in.
The thing is, the Hydra still outnumber him by a staggering amount, and this is a really large amount of damage.
Yeah. And an innovative strategy is unfortunately not going to work on Frozen Temple, putting Malcolm up 2-1. Meaning he is now on match point. And is it Apotheosis? No.
It is Frozen Temple.
Oh, we just had that?
Oh, yeah, it's Apotheosis. My bad. Sorry, I was looking at game 3.
Oh, it actually is. Oh, okay. Apotheosis. Wow, that's a pretty good map for Zerg.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, gold base third or natural is always Chubby wants in.
He can't play, I don't think. Not in this one.
Hi. Nah, he can't play. I mean, it says it's an open, but you have to get through the bracket stage in order to make it to the playoffs. So each of these players in here has, in theory, played 10, but in practice, like 7 best of 3s already.
Okay. Okay, both players going to the bathroom. That's absolutely fine. Do you want to make us referees while we've got a second? And I will update the scores to reflect the fact that Malcolm took game 2 and is therefore up by 2-1.
Music break! I'll be right back.
No worries. I'll put the music on. I might just download it.
I'm Pen. You might think I'm sweet. I got a secret so cold and hard to keep. Nobody knows where to find my family that got missing. It's because of me. I'm like Ace. I have nowhere to sleep, so we roam on the road with the other 3. Feeling old and alone, that we're young and free. Nowhere to go and no home, cause they're scared of me. Listen, it's fixing to your cold heart. Knocking, it's your heart blocking it. Sky, what you fixing? All the holes where life should be. What do your eyes see true? We are vicious, though we never intended to be malicious. True, we're all in this. Fan out the boring and repetitious. Yes, we're suspicious, so we leave no trace when our job is finished. We are listless, and we tear away.
There we go. Let's do it. See you guys in a minute.
Okay. Round of 32, all looking pretty good. The only match that's not played is Rising Sun against Grammar, which is a match that is against me. And I think neither of them is here. I've seen Rising Sun online in Discord, but not in StarCraft.
Okay. Well, I've still got music on, so people can listen to the stuff and I'll listen to the music. How do you link player names?
sky. The sun won't ask what if it can rise. Look at your mind and ask yourself what keeps you trapped inside.
You know what? We're gonna have to come back to that later because it looks like both players are ready. Ooh,
Yes,
it's gonna be good.
indeed. We can continue. And as a side note, it appears as though Mr. T forfeited after game 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate. How
Rest in peace, only English, non-British player. The very special snowflake.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into
Yeah.
this game, which is going to be exciting as all hell, because actually Alluton has everything to prove now. He's got to win this game or he is out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we're in. I think we're ready to go.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bottom right-hand side of Apotheosis. We're playing for Iron Chain. It is Alluton.
And on the top left corner, he's up 2-1, trying to secure himself a win in the series. It is Deal With It's Malcolm.
So yeah, I mean Malcolm's feeling pretty good about this. He's got a favored map. He's got a favorable score. Like what is there out there that he should be afraid of right now? I mean, like what is the likelihood that Alluton is going to go, I will cheese everything?
There's a Protoss, so pretty high. There's a bunch of stuff Protoss can go for in terms of all-in. I mean, the most common one is obviously the 8-gate, 7-gate, Adept, War Prism something, into something. Could be like 8-gate Resonating Glaze, Adept,
Oosh.
into DTs, or...
Oh, that is, like I just felt pain from listening to you say that. I mean, it wasn't like...
I mean, that's the most common pro build. Yeah. And Malcolm going for the third base, gold, as his natural. Without the natural even being blocked by the probe.
Yep.
So... I think... Maybe he was expecting it to be blocked, or he just voluntarily wants to get as much income as possible. Because this is super greedy.
I expect him to be going for the income. I mean, why not? I mean, I imagine what we're going to see is a few defensive units to get rid of that probe, apart from anything else. And actually, Alluton hasn't scouted the third yet. He's about to.
What are these two drones?
They're going down to the third. I'm not sure why. They need to start fighting off this drone. This probe, rather. There we go. The Lings will get rid of the probe. But the third has been revealed, which is not ideal.
The Protoss has already seen the third as it started building with the probe.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So, seen everything. I'm curious at how Alluton's gonna wall on this map. I mean, Alluton seems to be super good at walling. From what I've seen. So I'm seeing a gap on the left, so I assume that's where the Zealot goes. Maybe a Stargate to the right.
Yep, that could work.
Or
We're
gateway.
about to see it. And there it is. Stargate. And the Lings are going to see it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Stargate is such a common tech that you don't have to try and hide it. But what I think, on the other hand, is like, by seeing Stargate, you know it's not an all-in, so you know they're going to stand it. So that's why I wouldn't want to reveal a Stargate as much in this matchup.
Deadling is probably dead. Oh no, Deadling jukes. The juke. Jukes away. Okay. Well, there is a queen and a few Lings to defend the gold base now, so one... Oh wow, okay, so I just saw dropper loads. Oh
Yeah.
my.
I see. Only one though.
That's all he needs if he's only throwing 6 Lings in.
8. There's 2 more coming.
There's 2 more.
This is just, I assume this is just for harass.
But
And
what
Alluton has
harass.
always been late on the mothership course, and it's just gonna pop in time, but it means it only has 1 overcharge.
Yep.
And it's gonna be out of position. Can he see the links? Can he see the links? Now he can.
Now he can, but now he has to abandon his natural to do it. Or he's just not going to realise it. Oh no, he realises his main is under attack.
Yeah, he transfers all his works natural, but he has to stay there to fight all these jokelings that are killing the cybernetics core. He needs to overcharge. Otherwise the cybernetics core is gonna die before Warpgate finishes. And he will fend it off, but
The thing is,
mining time loss.
there's nothing stopping more Lings going into the main. Like, nothing.
Exactly. And he only has 1 adept. All the workers are not
Oh,
mining.
there's a Phoenix. There's a Phoenix. He needs to deploy the Phoenix immediately. I mean, obviously, he's not going to stop this lot going in, but if he can stop more Zerglings being able to break the front or get, you know, Cybernetics Core is about to go down, and it's gone.
And no chance to re-wall. And you already lost 7 workers. And his opponent is on a gold-based economy, so he's gonna hold the front, but his main is still under a lot of threat.
He's really not holding the front. I mean, Photon Overcharge is a real thing, like Silicon Hell, but like.
And he used the photon overcharge when there's only 2 Zerglings left at the main, at the front.
Yeah.
So the Phoenix did clear up the Overlord, but not even the gateway is finished in the main. They just get denied in time. So, I mean, this is not over, but this is looking quite grim for the Protoss.
Yep, that wall's about to go
Zerg
down
really
again.
putting on the pressure, and the gateway needs to be cancelled. Does not get cancelled. Zerglings stream in again.
More workers going down.
Yeah. I mean, Alluton is microing as good as he can over here, but now I think it's all over, and Malcolm knocks out, leaving Fighting Frog the only remaining of the favorites, although we have to consider Malcolm a favorite after this period. That was a pretty impressive showing.
Yeah, that was really nice.
And 2 very, very skilled players.
Okay, it looks like we're ready to go on to the next match, which, if I'm understanding the schedule correctly, I like to think I am, is going to be Lieutenant Dan versus Daffer.
Yeah.